Hello and welcome back everybody. I'm out here in the garage once again to start working on the car. Today I want to focus on getting some of the components that are going to be going on the turbo cleaned up and good to go so I can get all of that assembled. And then I've got to come in here and work on getting all the paint that's corroded off to get all that repaired. All of the paint had come off from the brake lines here, so I didn't do anything to cap them or keep them from leaking, so they were just dripping brake fluid right there onto the frame. And so now all that paint's come up, so I gotta chip away at that and sand it down and prep the surface, and then I gotta paint it all so that it doesn't rust. But before I get to that, I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna work on getting these two pieces cleaned up. Now I've already cleaned them up a little bit. You can see that there's still a lot of crap on them that I need to get off, and then I'm gonna paint these. So these are gonna get painted silver. And you can kind of see how dirty they started off. Here's the original turbo out of the car. And yeah, it's pretty nasty. But for now, I'm gonna get this stuff ready to paint. And I'm gonna do that first because right now the weather is pretty good. So I'll get outside and get that stuff cleaned up. Alright, I'm outside now in the backyard, and this is what I'm gonna use to clean up these parts. So I got the two different Lowe's buckets there. One of hot, clean, soapy water, and then the other one just clean water to rinse. And I'm gonna be using an assortment of brushes, and then the stuff inside that green bottle there, that's just some simple green. So that's what I'm gonna use as the soap for the soapy bucket. So let me go ahead and fill these up, and then I'll start cleaning. Alright, back outside now. I got both buckets filled up. So I got the hot soapy water, and then I've got some rinsing water. So I'm going to take these, throw these in there, let them soak for a little while, and then I will be back and it'll be time to scrub. Well, while I wait for the stuff to soak, I'm going to take this opportunity to have a beer. And today we've got Sapporo. Cheers. Alright, and we are back. Okay, let's see how this looks. Alright, been soaking for a little while, and let's start taking some of this off. I'm going to start with the plastic bristle brush, just to get dirt off. Oh yeah. Alright, I think I got rid of most of the kind of easy surface debris, so I'm going to switch now to the steel bristle brush and give that a go. You know what, depending on how clean this gets, I may not actually need to paint it. I mean, that's looking pretty good. Alright, we got this longer steel bristle brush here. Use that to get inside. Alright, I think that is good. That's pretty clean to me. Shoot, I actually don't think I'm gonna paint this. I think this looks just fine the way it is. Maybe, I don't know, I might take a steel wire wheel to it, maybe, kind of shine it up a little bit, but that cleaned up pretty nicely, even on the inside. I mean, all that really came out easily. All right, well, move this over to the other bucket. Yeah, I think just taking a steel wheel to it will be enough. And I'll get that shined up real nice. So no need to paint. That's awesome. Saves myself a little bit of time. All right, time to get down to the other one. Get this one cleaned up. Hopefully it cleans up just as easily.
11 minutes later.
So I got the other part cleaned up, and that cleaned up pretty nicely. Not as good as the turbo inlet pipe, or not the turbo inlet pipe, but the turbo inlet. There we go. This is actually where the compressed gas will be coming out of, so this will be mounted kind of up this way on the turbo, and the intercooler on the hot side will be connected here. So yeah, it didn't clean up as nicely on the outside, but that's fine. This area right here is just going to be under a hose anyway with the clamp, but the inside looks pretty good, so that's good. So yep, we'll rinse this one up and take a wire wheel to this as well. Alright, so everything's all cleaned up and rinsed nicely, so I'm going to go ahead and just towel dry these. Alright, and we're back. I'm not going to be using the steel wire wheel because I can't find it, so we're going to use brass instead. And this is aluminum, so I'm pretty sure, well, not pretty sure, I'm hopeful that the brass has a greater hardness than the aluminum does, so I can actually get that looking real good. But we'll find out here in a sec. So let's get to it. Here we go. Okay, this is not the one that I want to use. I want to use a flat wheel. All right, here we go. Big wheel. Take a look at that. Yeah, that looks pretty dang shiny to me. Here's the side I didn't do, and the side I did. Oh, I'm noticing there's a lot of aluminum dust in the air, so this is taking out some of it. But I need to wear a mask. BRB, while I grab a mask. And I'm back. I got a mask on, so I'm gonna listen to some tunes and try to get this all nice and shined up. Here we go. So here it is, the finished, cleaned part. Went over it with the copper wheel, or sorry, the brass wheel. So it did well. This almost looks as good as new, almost. A couple spots there that's still not great, but overall, yeah, pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this to the other one now, and that should be it for that. Here we go, round two. There's the second one. I made sure that I didn't actually get the wheel on this surface here because this is already flat, right? There's going to be a gasket for this, but still I don't want to put any unnecessary scoring in it because the brass wheel did remove some material, not a lot, but like a little bit. So yeah, got most of the dirt off. I might, no, I won't be able to get inside there, at least not a whole lot, not very far into it. That's it for that. So these are done. Time to move on.